I thought I'd do a quick video on sit front. Sit front is a command that I use all the time, and it simply puts the dog in front of you and sitting nicely in front of you. This allows you to put a collar and a lead on very easily. It is also great for health checks. I use it if I'm checking the dog's face, ears, eyes, teeth, mouth, or the front chest or front legs of the dog. I often get them to sit front so I can then work on that area. It's great for the same reasons at a vet's. Also I use it for a lot for recall. So I'll recall the dog, and before the dog gets to me, I'll give it the command to sit front, and then the dog will sit nicely in front here. Because I have a built-in auto stay for any type of sit command, that means at the moment the dog sits, it will then stay. This gives me a chance to regain control of the dog, get a lead and get a collar on it and so forth. One of the reasons I like that a lot with recall is you find with recall, even if the dog listens and comes, that the dog will get somewhere near you or shoot behind you, get somewhere near you and shoot off to one side to another distraction, or run off to the distraction that you're calling the dog off for in the first place. So with a sit front, because I have the auto stay, the dog comes in, sits, and then is forced to stay there because that's what's built into the dog. So if that's bulletproof, the dog simply won't move to go back to another distraction, allowing you to take control of the dog. Sit front, is a very easy command. Now, once the dog knows sit, it's really just a positional command. So all I do to get the dog to do the technique is coach and sit, is I'll use a lure. So again, it's just a little piece of kibble, and that's what their treats are. So I'll just lure the dog out, and then lure back and lure up just like I normally would into a sit position. Good boy. And then praise and treat when the backside gets on the ground. And as you can see, this puts the dog directly in front of me and sitting. This allows me, like I said, to take control of the dog. So collar. Good. I can easily put a collar on. And if you have a collar command, that makes it easier. And then I'll put the lead on. And as you can see, the dog will just sit there simply because there's an auto stay built in. So the dog will sit there and await the next command. So the other thing it's good for, come around, is, I just put the dog in this position so it's easy to see, is the sit front allows me to do medical checks, whether I'm doing them or a vet's doing them, for the front end of the dog very easily. So the dog's sitting nice and still at front, and that lets me go and check ears, that lets me check eyes, I can then check teeth, nasal cavity, I can check the structure of the dog, its chest, its legs, its feet, and so on. I can also, from here, I have a command for the mouth to open. So the mouth will open, so I can examine the mouth. I can put tablets in. Good. And anything like that. So it's good for those things. And then, like I said, it's really good for recall. Good. Come on. So the easiest way is, like I said, is just a lure. So again, I've got a collar, standard lead. This way, again, I can control the dog, and I don't have to worry about it going anywhere or doing anything silly. I can use it to help guide the dog when I need to as well. So all I do is use a lure. So like I said, it's just a piece of kibble, and I just lure the dog out, and then I lure it back, yes, and I praise and treat when the backside hits the ground. Coach, come around. And I'll do this from sitting, and I'll do this from standing, and I'll do this from moving. I like to do this from all different angles, simply because in the recall side of it, the dog will be coming in at all different angles. And even if I'm walking or whatever, or the dog's out near me in a yard or whatever, and I want the dog in front, it's going to be coming from different angles. So I like to do that. But initially I just start off with a nice lure. Yes. And praise and treat when the dog sits in front of me. And then, like I said, I do it from other angles. So I'll do it. Yes. I'll do it from moving. Come on. And then moving, I can do it with a lure as well. Yes. Just to get the dog here. Once I'm comfortable that the dog understands what I want it to do when I lure it, I then begin to add the actual command so it can associate the word with the action. So again, from all those same ways, I begin to get the dog in. And then when it sits, I give the command, sit front, and then yes, and treat. Now the word can be anything you want. I just use sit front or front. The dog's been taught both commands, so it doesn't really matter. So, sit front, good boy. So I'll lure the dog, give the command, praise and treat. So again, sit front, good, yes. Good one. So, once I'm comfortable that the dog knows exactly what I want there and begins to understand the command, I begin to test it. And so to do that, I simply then give the command. Sit front. Good. Sit front. Yes, good boy. So again, I'll praise and treat when his backside hits the ground. Koji to me. Sit front. Good boy, yes. And I'll just do it like that, wouldn't I? And so, exactly the same, from different spots, different angles. Once I'm comfortable the dog understands that, I can begin to give a hand signal. And for me, the hand signal is just simply bringing two fingers up in front of me like this. Or sometimes I'll just put two fingers there and the dog understands what that is. So whatever hand signal you use, that begins to come with it now. Koji to me. Sit front. Good. So I'll give the command and the hand signal. And again, praise him when the backside hits the ground. Good. Sit front. Yes. Good. Sit front. Yes. Good boy. And so I just add it all together. Then when I'm comfortable that the dog understands that, I can begin to test with just the hand signal. To me. To me. Yes, good boy. And that way I begin to understand or know that he understands what the hand signal is, wouldn't he? And then when I've got him doing that, what I want to do then is just put it into action and begin to add it to the recall when he's moving. Koji, to me, sit front. Yes, good boy. And so I simply get him towards me and then give the command. And like I said, because there's auto stay already built into a sit, the moment I give him any form of command, teach him any other command with the word sit in it, he will auto stay for me. If you're not sure, just run back through auto stay with the sit front command if your dog's not getting it. But generally at this point, if you're taught the others, they'll understand that really easily. So sit front is a terrific command, like I said, just for putting leads and collars on, because the dog's in a perfect position, and because auto stay is already built in, the dog will just sit in front of you and wait until you're finished or you give the next command. It's also a great one for medical reasons. and a great one for recall to get the dog into a position where it'll sit in front, and more importantly, it'll stay there until you've got everything under control and that dog under control. I hope that helps. Thank you.